Hi traders, welcome to the new weekly Forex forecast for the trading week starting on June 3rd. It is not only the beginning of new trading week but also the new trading month. Now, as you know that this is the first trading week of the month and it's always a non-farm payroll week. NFP numbers are expected to be out on coming Friday, and based on the expected numbers for NFP and some other important reports related to ISM manufacturing and non-manufacturing index, dollar is expected to gain some strength. Now, based on the estimated numbers, we are expecting stronger reports from performance from the US market, and because dollar is expected to be stronger, most of the major pairs, they are now looking bearish. So without wasting much of time, let's directly move to the charts. So let's start our technical analysis, and the first instrument is Canadian dollar versus Japanese yen. So I'll take you directly to CADJPY chart, and for the bigger picture, I'm starting from 3 monthly time frame. I'll clean all the existing drawings from the chart and let's have the zoomed out view. So here, based on 3 monthly time frame, if you notice, we had a sharp fall, and I believe here we have bullish divergence with a lower low formation, and this is the lowest point visible on the chart. This is your first high and the higher low. So I'm going to plot fib extension in the bullish direction on this long-term chart. So starting from the lowest point, connecting to the first high, and again connecting to the higher low. So the fib extension levels, the important levels, let me just make it more clear. Yeah, so here the next extension level is FE 1.618. so in the longer run, CADJPY is expected to touch 124.81, or in round number we can say the level of 125. Now, based on this long-term chart, the latest higher low is visible here with double bottom and continuing style bullish divergence on MACD histogram. So this is going to be our reference point for the next lower time frame. So I'll move quickly to weekly chart from here, and we have marked our starting reference point. Now, based on weekly reference point, here we found the box. So this is going to be our starting point, and I'm going to pick fib extension and I'll use in the bullish direction on the weekly chart. And here we have plotted. I'm going to change it to blue to differentiate the color. So currently the price is slightly higher than 600% fib extension. So the important level of support based on the fib extension level is here. So this is your support which I've marked, which is at 5.618. If the buyers, they maintain their control and they protect the support at extension 5.618, then the next target is 6.618. so I have just marked the red boxes over these areas, over these horizontal levels. Now for the daily chart, the reference is here. So again we have a double bottom, and this double bottom comes again with bullish divergence. So here we have bullish divergence, and this time I'm going to plot another fib extension in the bullish direction. Starting from the lowest point, I'll directly take it to the first major high and then the higher low. Let's mark it green. So we have a confluence of support between this green horizontal line and the blue line. So this area becomes our latest support zone. I'll just get rid of the previous one, and the next area of resistance which we have marked on the basis of fib extension is the next upper level, 118. Let's get back to the aligned view and moving back to the 4-hourly chart. Now, based on 4-hourly chart, the pattern is definitely bullish. We have the sequence of low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and the latest higher lows are being formed here. Now we can also mark a rising trend line over here. So starting from the lowest point on the 4-hourly chart, so this is the rising trend line which is being maintained by the buyers. I don't see any signs against, no bearish divergence in place, and we can expect the next target on the basis of 4-hourly chart to be 118. So if the buyers, they continue to maintain their control on this instrument, then the target is 118. Now I'm going to 1-hourly chart, and for 1-hourly chart, the starting reference point is here, which is coming on the rising trend line. I'll take it to the first high and connect with the higher low, and let's mark it with golden color. So the golden Fib extension cycle is the latest 1-hourly cycle, and based on this, the next upcoming target is 116. Now please keep in mind that during the upcoming week, we have interest rate announcement from the Central Bank of Canada, and they are expected to drop the rate. So if they reduce the rates by 25 basis points, it may bring short-term weakness in this currency pair. Now this is the latest 15-minute cycle. So here we have bottom formed on 15 minutes with higher low, and higher low. So I'm going to plot another Fib extension cycle on 15 minutes, and these are the important areas of support, the overlapping levels of Fib extension. Now here I'm plotting on the 15-minute cycle, and currently we are at precisely at 116, 1.618 Fib extension level. So usually market reaches 1.618, then drops back to the 61 and continues the previous 61. So let's change the color, give me a second. So here let's go and change the color. Let's make it darker. So here, if the sellers, they push the price lower, only in the short term we can expect that the price can reach to this area of support, or maybe 61, and then bounces back. So because of the interest rate announcement, we can have some short-term weakness and then continuation to the next level. So trade cautiously because of the monetary announcement, monetary policy. So the next currency pair here is euro versus dollar. I'll take you directly to the weekly chart. Now based on weekly chart, I've just drawn a triangular formation here. So I have connected, so from the highs on the weekly time frame, it is continuously making lower highs, lower high, and the new lower high may be formed. Now from the bottom we have rising lows, so we have higher lows and lower highs from the top, so which means triangular consolidation. Now based on triangular consolidation, we are right now testing the upper boundary of the triangle. So this is the first push down, and this is the corrective move up. Now this is the next push down. We can see some short-term bearish movement in euro dollar, and if it breaks below this rising channel lower boundary, sorry, not rising channel, the triangular lower boundary, then with the retest we can expect further continuation downwards. If it breaks the upper boundary, then again with the retest, a successful retest, we can expect continuation higher. Currently we are at the upper boundary of weekly triangular formation. Moving back to daily. Now based on daily time frame, if you notice, I can see some weakness building up on MACD histogram, and this is the run to the upper boundary, and if the buyers, they fail to break above this level, so this is a major supply zone. The next major supply zone is here, and then the next one is here. So if the buyers, they fail to break this area of resistance, then we can expect short-term weakness in euro dollar. If the buyers, they break this resistance, then with the successful retest, it will also be the break of the triangular formation. We can expect continuation higher. So right now, and it's at an important area of resistance, and it's also NFP week, so it is going to be a bit tricky. Now let's move to 4-hourly chart. On the 4-hourly chart, I can see that the buyers are looking exhausted. They are not able to break above this major area of supply. They have made an attempt multiple times, so a couple of times. So here is the first attempt, rejection. Now they have made second attempt, and we got a rejection candle. Now this is your major support on 4-hourly chart. If we get a break below, then continuation, then expect continuation to the lower boundary of the triangular formation. If not, then the buyers may break and continue in the upper direction. So our major area of support is here at 1.0812. Moving back to 1-hourly chart, I can see that on 1-hourly chart, again the same area of resistance, the previous supply zone, is holding, and I can also see divergence being formed on the basis of histogram, higher high formation with weakness in the bullish trend, and I'm expecting short-term pullback. So only in the short term I can see weakness in euro dollar. Now based on weekly chart, the buyers are still looking strong, and I'll move back. So here, based on the weekly time frame, there are no signs against on MACD histogram, and I can expect that if buyers can break this level, then look for the continuation to the next direction and the upcoming bullish level. So here I'm going to plot Fib extension connecting to the first high and then the higher low. So right now I'm expecting the first stoppage would be at FE 0.618, that's 1.09725, and continuation should be to the next level of extension, that's 100%. In terms of levels, it is 1.1177 if we get the breakout. Short term, there can be some play within the triangular pattern. So let's see how it plays out in the upcoming week. The next currency pair is Euro versus Aussie, and it's definitely looking weaker here. Now based on the latest cycle, so here we got lower low formation with clear bullish divergence. Here we got higher high formation with clear bearish divergence. So it's pretty clear that this is the beginning of the bullish cycle and this is the end of the bullish cycle. Now I'm going to plot Fib retracement on this bullish cycle. So starting from the lowest point, connecting to the highest, and this is the Fib retracement plotted on the bullish cycle. Usually you can expect a drop towards 50% mark. So I'm going to plot the Fib extension in the downward direction. Why I'm plotting Fib extension in the downward direction? Because of the bearish divergence on the top. Give me a second. Because of this bearish divergence on the top, and the price chart is continuously printing lower highs, lows, and lower lows. So I'm expecting bearish continuation in the coming days. So here I'll be plotting Fib extension in the downward direction, starting from the highest point, connecting to the first low, and then connecting to the lower high. So on the basis of Fib extension, the expected target is here. So this is going to be somewhere at the 50% of retracement and 100% of the downward extension. So it is a confluence here. So if sellers continue to maintain their control on this currency pair, we can expect this currency pair to reach 1.5795 in the coming days. Now let's move down to daily. Now based on daily chart, the pattern is quite bearish. I can see that the sellers are continuously maintaining lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and there are no signs against as of now. And this is a major area of resistance, which is also the Fib retracement 23% mark on the bigger cycle. Now if you notice, I'm going to zoom in. The buyers, they tried to break this resistance, but they failed. There was a break, retest, and now I can see that the sellers are taking it lower. Moving to the 4H, something similar. So we got a run. We got double bottom here with bullish divergence, but the buyers, they just ran into this area of resistance, and now I can see lower high formation, and even the histogram is bearish. So the plan is to sell on the rise. Even on 1 hourly chart, I can see that it is continuously printing after this bearish divergence, higher high formation with bearish divergence coming on MACD lines and histogram together. It is continuously printing lower highs, and lower highs. So once this support is broken, we can expect more bearish momentum in the coming days. Now, what is the plan? So going back to daily, so this is the level to be maintained by the sellers. I can also draw a parallel channel here. So this is the declining parallel channel, bearish channel, and the sellers, they are not able to break above this channel. So this is the level to be maintained by the sellers. Invalidation would be the break above this falling parallel channel. So if the buyers, they regain the control, maybe from this area, that is Fib extension 61.8. Suppose if they regain the control, then the buyers are required to break above the falling parallel channel. If it happens, then the bearish plan would be invalidated. Otherwise, I'm expecting EURUSD to continue lower and reach 1.5795. Now the next instrument is gold. Now gold is maintaining its bearish pattern on the daily time frame. So here we are on the daily chart for gold, and it's clearly visible that higher high formation with bearish divergence is formed, and this bearish divergence is very strong because it has developed on MACD lines and histogram together. Now the first major level of support, or the BOS level, is here, which is around 2283 to 2285. It is not yet broken, but the sellers are maintaining their control. Now I'll be using this reference. So here we have low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher low. So we can check the retracement levels based on the latest turning point. So I can use Fib retracement from the latest turning point to the highest point, and it will plot the retracement levels on our chart. So here we are. So currently we are on 23.6% retracement, that is 2323. The next level is at 38%, that is 2259, followed by 50% at 2206. Let's go back to 4 hourly chart. Based on 4 hourly chart, I can see that the sellers are enjoying their control. So it bounced back from this 23% support level, but it was a short-lived bounce, and this resistance still holds. So I'm going to plot a resistance box here. So this is the major area of resistance, which is at 2362 or 2360. Short-term support is found at 2322, and moving down to 1 hourly chart. Now gold is ranging between 2360 to 2322. So this is a range which is playing right now, and if we get stronger numbers in the NFP in the coming week, which is going to bring the sellers back in gold, dollar is expected to be stronger. Now I'm going to plot I'm going to plot Fib extension in the downward direction. So this is the major low, the first low. This is the first push down and the lower high. So it will also give us some reference points, the levels here. So here I'm starting from the highest, connecting to the first low and the pullback point. Now it's a bearish cycle, so let's use bearish colors here. So the red cycle is the bearish cycle for gold, and I've plotted fib extension on this bearish cycle. Currently we are at 2.618. The next expected level is 3.618, that is 2287 or 2283 based on the higher time frame, and I'm expecting that the sellers will not allow the buyers to take the price higher than 1.618. So 2366 could be your major resistance, and the upcoming target could be 2287 or 2285 in the coming week. Now it's a non-farm payroll week. We can expect some sideways action. Gold may remain range bound for a while during the week, and then it can continue to the next lower level. So this is a plan for gold in the coming week. Now finally, NASDAQ. Now NASDAQ is also looking weaker. I'm just going to plot the fib extension starting from the lowest point to the first high and higher low in the bullish direction. So if you notice, currently NASDAQ has reached, give me a second. So currently NASDAQ has reached precisely on the extension level of 600, and it is expected to drop to the extension level of 500. So if correction is happening, and I can see some slowdown here, I can see that MACD histogram is bearish, and it is highly anticipated that NASDAQ can correct at least towards the 500% mark of fib extension in price. In terms of price levels, it is going to be around 17,440 or 17,500 as the round figure number. Now let's move down to daily. I can clearly see that the sellers are enjoying the control on daily time frame. They broke this level of FE 600, but it was a false breakout. They could not sustain. They have already crossed fib extension 5.618. We may get some short-term bounce and then continuation to FE 500, that is 17,440, and it is also a major area of support. Now let's move to 4-hourly chart. Now based on 4-hourly chart, if you notice, the sellers, they have taken the price lower, and they have now bounced precisely from FE 5.618. This is going to be our major area of resistance, that is 18,740. Currently we are at 18,188, and if the sellers, they regain the control, they will break 5.618, and the price is expected to reach 500 cycle. Now the pattern on 4-hourly chart is quite bearish. I can see higher high formation with bearish divergence. So this bearish divergence came into play. The structure was changed, BOS happened, and we also have lower highs, and lower highs followed with lower lows on histogram. So no signs against the bearish plan. So sell on the rise is a plan for NASDAQ. Now because we are expecting strength in US dollar, so whenever dollar gets stronger, stock indices, commodities, even crypto, it turns bearish. So short term, only in the short term, commodities, crypto and stock market is looking bearish, and dollar is looking stronger. Now coming back to 1-hourly chart, if you see, we do not have the pattern of bullish divergence. It's continuously making lower highs with lower lows. So any bounce should be taken as an opportunity to sell. You can also draw some falling trend lines here. So this is the major area of supply, and area of supply. If the buyers, they retest the trend line, we can expect bounce lower. A short-term break can be is also possible, and if we get rejected at 600%, again enjoy the short-term sales in NASDAQ. So this is a plan for upcoming week, and I wish you all a profitable trading week ahead. Bye bye.